I'm just so grateful to God because, like, if y'all would have known me, like, like a year ago, like, you probably wouldn't even recognize me. So, like, the growth in my life has just been, like, tremendous. And, like, just being able to, like, impact people and, like, help them change their life, like, it's just lit. So, I'm just grateful
Wait.
for
Say that
every
last part
one of
again.
y'all.
To impact people and what?
Just to impact people and, like, change their life,
That's it.
help them
That was the
change their life.
secret.
So, yeah, it's lit.
Let's go. I love it. I just had to make sure people better hear me say that. I had to make sure people heard the most important thing is to keep impacting people and helping them change their life. Miss Nate, thank you so much for being such an amazing woman. The value that you bring to the organization, the fire, the energy, we're super grateful for you. And listen, you're not going to be recognizable in another 90 days, another 90 days, another 90 days. You keep growing 1% better, keep impacting lives. God has a lot in store for you guys. So who we got next? One in the chat box, Miss Harlan. Come to the line and share your 15 seconds of gratitude. What you got?
Hey, y'all. So I just wanted to say that I'm always grateful for life, for this opportunity, just for another chance to get 1% better every day. I'm especially grateful today for you, the education that you give, the wisdom that you give. Moody, definitely. I know there's a lot of times when we've been up late, he's explaining stuff to me. So I definitely appreciate the patience. And just the love from the family and the group chats and stuff like that. Like, that's always appreciated just because you don't see that often, a group of people coming together to help each other out. So I definitely appreciate that.
Let's go. Gratitude overload. I love it. Let's go, Miss Harlan. You're super welcome. Thank you so much for always plugging in, being one of the most coachable and teaching people that I know, honestly. So we're super grateful for you and just even challenging us even as mentors to make sure that we're stretching and that we're growing because we don't want your success to be capped because I got to move off this seat so you can surpass my seat even. All right. So let's get it. Congratulations and thank you so much. Wait a minute. I think it's Mr. Moody next. Big Mood, what you got? We got Moody, Cliff, and then Angel. 15 seconds of gratitude, bro. Where you at? Talk to me. Big Mood.
We was on mute. There we go. There we go. What up? What up, family? What's poppin' B? I'm super happy and grateful for another day to get better in mind, body, and spirit, man. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for God's grace. I'm grateful for awareness. I'm grateful for receivership. I'm grateful for being able to tap into elevated emotions. I'm grateful for I Am Master Academy, Christopher Terry, G-Dub the Plug. And I'm just grateful. All aspects of life. Don't just live life, love life. You already know.
Let's go. Listen, I love it. Every time you say it, don't just live life, love life. So many people are not successful in that, guys, because of the principles that we share on here and just them not building their muscle memory to, really be fierce in anything that may come their way, right? So I think we got Mr. Smith next. What you got, bro? 15 seconds of gratitude. And then Angel, you will close it out for us.
And maybe actually let me go last.
Okay, well, Angel, come on up. Angel, where you at? 15 seconds of gratitude. Glad to have you on the call. Auntie's a millionaire. Yeah, I heard, buddy. Auntie's a millionaire.
Hey. Millionaire status.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm claiming it. I'm believing it. 6-figure trader, 8-figure trader. I got it all on my house, on my sticky notes.
I love it.
On my sticky notes. I got this name.
Let's go. Big money Angel in the building. Congratulations on your success. It was good celebrating you when you hit those 6 figures. It was good celebrating you when you hit those 8, and it became endless, and the investments and everywhere your money is spread wide. Congratulations, millionaire Angel in the building. And last but not least, we got Mr. Smith to close us out, and we're gonna keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, I had to take my time because I was just flabbergasted at what I just read right now. But listen, I just want to give some gratitude to the entire family. I know I would not be where I am today as a individual, as a growing person, because of generational wealth. And I want to give a shout out to Big Dave for just the value. That's why I had to take my time, because I was just reading over my notes from the I Believe experience that he had, and he said something that was really profound. He mentioned how God, he said God went and created the world. He said God went and created everything in the world, from the whales, the trees, the leaves, the fruits, the plants, everything in this world that you see, and then realized that nothing looked like me. God said, nothing looks like me, and then went and created you. And that completely leveled me. That leveled me. And just hearing what Dave said, when you accept and you recondition yourself, which is just you repeating over and over again to feel good every day, to let that spirit in you feel good every single day, you're filled. If you just recondition yourself, people will begin to see you like how God sees you. They won't see you like you. They'll see you how God sees you. And people will start to believe through you and whatnot. And so if God made you after, because God said nothing looks like me and then made you, if God made you and God can do everything, what does that mean you can do? So I just had to take my time with that one. That completely leveled me. It's really I got about like 10 pages worth of notes. If you ain't got Dave's I Believe experience, go buy that. It's only $77 to change the rest of your life. So let's go.
That's it. Listen, knowing what's the name of the call? What's the name of the call? Mastering the Power Within. All right. So the name of this call. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Mr. Smith, for sharing that value. Hope y'all caught some of those nuggets, because that is so important. David did a phenomenal job this weekend. He had a seminar, guys. So make sure you guys check out that playback. It is $77 to review the entire playback. And it's definitely worth it. Okay. So tonight I want to speak on the model prayer. I want to speak on your communication with the power within. You know, I think going forward into this year, you know, we're exiting week 2, and you guys want to be able to make sure that you're having proper communication within, so that it can be expressed on the outside. So the model prayer. So typically when you guys read the Bible, they bring up, you know, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. And so, but what you guys want to understand is, you want to understand that he does. It's, you know, my sister was asking me, what type of way how should I say things? How should I speak? You want to just keep it simple. Find your secret space. Find your secret place. What's your secret place where you can shut the door and you begin to pray? You begin to pray, and you begin to communicate with God and express those things that you want. Because in the book, it does tell you guys all the time, you begin to see how often when God is communicating with people, it is say that so-and-so went into a room, they shut the door. They shut the door and they prayed to God, who is in the secret place. Okay. Now, where's the secret place? Well, it really is not even a secret, guys. It's within you. So you got to begin to communicate with yourself, because God sees the secret, buddy. When God sees that you're in communication with him and you find your secret place and you speak to him on those things that you want, he's going to begin to reward you openly. Okay. He's going to begin to reward you openly. So what you're saying in your own place, in your own vicinity, in your own environment, when you shut the door, when you go home, or wherever you are and you're located, what are you speaking in the most solid places in your life? What are you saying to yourself? All right. Because I often tell people all the time, don't finish a negative statement. The things that you're saying is what is going to be rewarded to you on the external plane. So what are you saying to yourself in a secret place, in a quiet place? Because that really determines your level of faith. Okay. That determines your level of faith. So you got to say, you know, it doesn't say bend on your knees, touch your elbows, and have the sunroof open. It just says find a space, shut the door. Okay. But when you pray, go into the room. When you have shut the door, pray to the Father who is in the secret place. And your Father who sees you will reward you openly. All right. You don't have to do vain repetitions, right? As a heathen does, because he hears the desires of your heart. For they think they will be heard for many words. For they think that saying more words allows them to hear, they think saying more seems like I'm going to hear more of you. But you got to come from a sincere place. You got to come from a genuine place. All right. We teach people when it comes to the power of the subconscious mind. I'm at a space now. I just say one word because I understand my mind, the power and who I believe in. You may believe in somebody different. That's fine. But just understand when you speak that one word, when you understand the power that lies within you, your subconscious mind knows what you're saying without you saying 50 million words. Right. So if I say chairman, I can say one word and it literally lays out the entire belief for me. One word lays out because my belief is what's pouring into the word. Right? My belief is pouring into the word. Some people can say chairman and have no belief. Some people can say six-figure trader and have no belief. The belief is pouring into what I am saying, which allows it to pour out. Come on. It has to pour in for it to pour out. All right. Does that make sense, guys? I hope it's making sense. All right. But you find your place, you find the area, and you don't have to worry. All right. God says, do not worry about your life. Don't worry about what you would eat. Don't worry about what you would drink. Don't worry about your body. Don't worry about what you will put on. Right? Are you not more valuable than everything in the word? Going back to what Cliff said, God said, I created everything before you. You already have dominion over what you would eat, what you would drink, what you want to wear. Right? But so many people worry. I tell people worry is like praying for the worst. Right? Worry is like praying for the worst. So if he literally says in the word, do not worry about your life, you got to ask yourself, why do you wake up all the time or some days and some months and allow that energy, allow that feeling to override your faith? All right. Anybody ever worried before? Drop some ones in the chat box. All right. Just, in the past, have you ever worried before? One in the chat box if you've ever worried before. Right? So the thing is, guys, through your model prayer, through your constant communication, you're building your strength. You're building that muscle memory. You're building that faith. All right? But then again, when worry comes into the picture, you allow worry to You allow worry to take over your silent prayer. You begin to have silent worry. They weren't expecting that one. You begin to have silent worry. Understand, you don't have to be a person of many words for your message to be delivered. Hence, when I say chairman, six-figure trader, when I say the word, I am providing the source through my faith. Come on, B. When I am saying one word, I am providing the source through my faith. But if I allow worry to dilute, to disseminate, to degrade, to derank, oh, my authority. Oh, my goodness. There it is. If you allow worry to derank your authority, to derank your faith, then you got to ask yourself, where are you seeking promotion? You got to ask yourself, where are you seeking promotion? Right? I hope y'all getting it. So worry is like praying for the worst. So then if worry is something that you're good at, if worry is something that you're good at, you now have to go look at yourself and ask yourself, why am I so good at worrying? What am I lacking? What am I not doing? What am I not building? What am I not building the muscle of? Come on, right? What am I not building the muscle of? Right? Why are you of so little faith? You worry, and worry means, listen, it says, therefore I say to you, do not worry about your life, what you eat, what you drink, what you put on. And then the last thing he says, excuse me, guys. O you of little faith. O ye of little faith. So if worrying is a part of my character, if worry is a part of my belief system, that is a prime example that I am O ye of little faith. When he asks that question, that means I fall into that category. Because my first instinct is to worry about things, right? And I wanted to show you guys. It was something I wanted to look up for y'all. I forgot. All right, let's look up the definition of worry. It'll come back to me. I'm gonna allow my subconscious mind to bring it back around. All right. So worry. Okay. So remember, what is your model prayer? What are you doing? How are you remember, are you silently worrying? Are you silently praying? God is attracted to prayer. What is prayer? Prayer is your desire and your thoughts, your feelings and your thoughts. So if you're feeling worried, that's why you're not getting the call. That's why it's not showing up, because you're not calling out to him through your faith. Okay. Prayer is when your thoughts and your feelings, when they intertwine, when they become one, then your beck and call will be answered. But when you're sending out the signal of worry, that's why there's no reply. Why? Because he has worry on block. He has worry on block, right? Do not disturb. Come on. God said, I don't answer them type of calls, right? Worry means give away anxiety or unease. Allow one's mind to dwell on difficulty and troubles. Oh, Lord. Allow one's mind to dwell on difficulty and troubles. The power of the mind. Your mind has two parts, conscious and subconscious. When you consciously decide to dwell on difficulty and trouble, then you're sending your subconscious mind instruction to create difficulty and trouble. Guess who wasn't sent the instruction? God, because he doesn't answer worry. He answers faith. I'm going to say that again. Worry is allowing one's mind to dwell on difficulty or troubles. How does my mind work? My mind works by me giving it instruction. I'm instructing my mind to deliver difficulties. I'm instructing my mind to deliver troubles. I'm instructing my mind to do everything that goes against my model prayer. Or I'm instructing my mind to go, or I'm instructing my mind to be in congruence with my model worry. Right? So you got to decide, where do you want to reside? Right? So guys, this entire year is simple. Why are you of little faith? What type of exercises and habits and tools and resources are you studying so that you begin to expand and separate yourself from things that allow you to worry, things that allow you to have doubt, things that allow you to have faith? A big thing about people as well, guys, you can study all you want to. You can even read. You can read and study. But I want to also ask you another question. How does studying lead you to inaction? How does studying lead people to inaction? Right? You have to figure out, okay, if you understand belief, if you understand the power of your mind, you understand your model prayer, and you are fully aware, okay, if I think this way, I'm going to bring about the worst. If I think this way, I'm going to bring about the best. But you have to make a decision that when you begin to think about those things that are going to bring about the best, when are you also going to start moving? Right? Because I see a lot of people study faith, but don't operate in it. For instance, I was talking to my best friend. I said, dog, I look at it as this. You have to decide what you are going to accept about your level of awareness. Why? Because all of us can go out tonight. All of us can go to a party, and we're fully aware that if we drink, we could possibly get pulled over and go to jail. If you get pulled over, you want to get called, you want to get a DUI and go to jail. You know that for a fact that if you get pulled over, you are going to jail because you are drinking and driving. Why in the world would you get in a car knowing that you're going to go to jail and you're drunk? Why would you take that type of risk? You're deciding what you want to accept about your awareness. So I'm aware for a fact, if I drink and drive, I'm going to get pulled over and go to jail. I also know for a fact, if I use my faith, God is going to pull up and hand everything over to me. But I'm deciding not to believe in that. Interesting. How? I see too often people who may go to the house of worship, or people may go to churches, or people may go to wherever they go, but they leave the building. They leave the building not accepting what was just told. They leave the building not accepting what was shared. They leave the building not trusting the word, knowing that God is the word. So oftentimes it boils back down to it. You can study, you can read, you can study, you can read, but why am I not accepting it? I don't think people have realized that. Why am I still not accepting the fact that if I simply lean into my faith, if I simply lean into the power within, that everything will always work out in my favor? Why don't I accept that? What is that? Right? The muscle is weak. The muscle is weak. Right? Because nothing that's exercised is being used. Something that's not being exercised, is not being used. So don't confuse awareness for usage. Come on, B. Don't confuse awareness for usage. Oh my goodness. I hope y'all catching this. Like I just said, I am aware if I drink and drive, I'm gonna get pulled over, but I am not using the awareness. I don't care. I'd rather suffer those consequences. Right? So you got to ask yourself, you are aware of these things, you've been studying these things, you've been learning these things, but why are you not using them? It's cool to quote. It's cool to post. It's cool to, drop stuff in the chat box. But if I walk around with you, if I follow you, if I sit inside the circumference of your daily life, what will I gain from you? Will I gain worry? Will I gain doubt? Will I gain laziness? Will I gain procrastination? What habits am I going to model from you by your behavior? Your model prayer, your model activity, your model faith, right? You got to choose. You got to decide. Because 21 is a phenomenal year. One of the best years of my life, right? Because I am a person of usage. I'm a person of usage. These last 2 days, I've been working on so many amazing things. I'm like, God, I already know it's just about to blow my mind away. All right. I got my best friend. She wants to transition out of her workplace. And I said, you just got to move. All right. And she was sharing a lot of different things. I said, listen, this is what you're going to do. You're going to write a letter. We're not going to talk about this again. We're not giving any more power. Send me a picture of the letter and then send them a picture. And you send them the letter. And then let's move forward. We're not going to speak on that anymore. Right? No, what else is there to do? You made your decision. It's time to move on. Right? So, but my faith is so strong that a lot of people's faith can come off as irresponsible behavior. A lot of people's belief system can come off as nonchalant. A lot of people's belief system can come off as you don't care. No. I exit and I move and I act on what I know I'm capable of doing. And I have enough usage, muscle memory to know that when I take a step and there's nothing there, that God is going to, out of the blue, put a brick right there. I have mastered not seeing the how. I have mastered not seeing the how. I have become to love not seeing the next step. I love what I can do, and then I love what God has done. And I also begin to realize that God didn't do something. God is not about to do something. God only makes one move. He's already done it. God, thank you for what you're about to do in my life. God, thank you for what you did in my life. Understand that everything was already created in one moment. So there is no past or present. It's no past or future. There's only been a present, what God has done in my life. Because the present existed thousands of years ago. I don't want to go too deep on y'all, right? But your request was known 2,000 years ago. So thank you, God, for what you have done in my life, right? Again, but is your belief system based off of modeling worry? Is your belief system based off of modeling worry? You got to make a decision, guys. And when to get back, listen, study, read, study, read. I want to now know what's your activity level. I want to know what's your activity level, because now that I see that, okay, this person, do y'all understand how easy it is to be a person? Do you understand how easy it is for me to model you? Because your faith is your activity is an interpretation of your faith. The right action is an interpretation of your faith. Again, study, read, highlight, put bookmarks. But why are you not moving? Why are you not asking and seeking and knocking? He said, asking and we're given unto you, seeking you will find, knocking will be open to you. For everyone who asks, right? For everyone who asks, it will be given to them, right? God says, I know all the things that you need. I know all the things that you need. So again, that brings me great joy and great peace, because I don't have to know. He knows all of the things that I need, right? But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things will be added unto you. Hence the power within. Okay. So you mean to tell me if I walk right, remember, I'm not here to change anybody's belief system. You apply this to whatever you believe. I just want you guys to understand, when you seek first God, expression of him, impact and love for people, his righteousness in all things. What is the definition of all? Because it came with a prerequisite, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what the prerequisite was? The first prerequisite was to seek. And seek means to attempt to find something, and desire to obtain and achieve something. What is something? Okay, I ain't gonna get that deep. But listen, attempt and desire to achieve something or obtain something. So that means I have to be in pursuit first. It says, but first. So first, I have to be in pursuit. I have to have a desire to obtain the kingdom. You got to be aware of this. If I seek the kingdom and his glory, and I serve that purpose and his righteousness, that's when the word and comes next. And came after that. What is the definition of and? Oh my goodness. It means to connect. It means to connect words of the same part, speech, clauses, or sentences. All right. Joint. So you mean to tell me I will be connected if I seek I seek his kingdom work and his righteousness, then I will be connected to all things. All things will be added to me if I first seek. So you mean to tell me that's all I got to do? For all things to be added into my life, for everything that I wanted 21 to be added in my life, for all my top goals to be added into my life, is to first seek his kingdom and his righteousness. That's the only prerequisites. So I just need to love. Do right by people. Because it boils back down to the peace, y'all. That's your only prerequisite. And maybe you are now aware of that. And maybe you don't accept that. But then when December of 21 physically shows up and you're wondering how all things was added to be Burrell, I gave you the blueprint. I gave you the blueprint in month 1. Miss say, well, who's on the same call? You took notes, right? You must have rejected that idea. Right. You must have rejected all that. He said, all things will be added unto you. Well, what in the world? Oh, come on, B. Oh, girl, I hope y'all catching this. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are things, ladies and gentlemen. All of these things, meaning all of my thoughts, shall be added unto me. That is my only prerequisite to seek. So you mean to tell me, because thoughts are things, because it comes from the spirit to the physical world. Thoughts are spirit, things are physical. You mean to tell me that do y'all know what a double entendre is? A double entendre, I got this when I used to write a lot of music. A double entendre is one word that has 2 interpretations. Okay? One word that has 2 interpretations. All right? So what am I getting at? Well, it might be going over somebody's head right now, B, but it means a double meaning. So if all things shall be added unto me, and if thoughts are things, that means the spirit and the physical is added to me. Because things is a double entendre. Things is a double meaning. Thoughts are things. So the spirit is added to me. The physical is added to me by me having prerequisites of just simply seeking. Ask, seek, and knock. I hope y'all getting this. Man, I hope y'all getting this. Ask, and it will be given unto you. Wow. Ask, and it will be given unto you. Asking requires you to speak, to say something. See, if you don't say so, let me tell y'all the definition of ask. To say something in order to obtain the answer or some information. So if I say something, if I'm asking, that means I'm literally sending God something, thoughts or things. I'm sending God my thoughts in order to obtain them. Seek and you will find. Somebody lost in the sauce, but that's fine. Right? Ask from someone. Listen. Seek and you shall find, guys. Ask and it will be given unto you. You're going to be asking God for what it is that you want. And when you're seeking, you're asking from someone. Someone is God. All right? And you will find. He said, when you ask me, you will find it. And it will be open to you. For everyone who asks and uses their mouth to obtain my request, they receive it. He who seeks will find, and he who knocks will be open to you. For instance, if you ask your parents for a loaf of bread, they're not going to give you a stone. They're going to give you that bread. Whatever you want is yours, guys. Guess what? You will know a person who has great faith because they have great fruit. By their fruits. Right? Not everyone who speaks to me will get an answer. Not everyone who has a model prayer will get an answer. I'm not making this up. This is what he said. Why? He said, I will say I never knew you and I will depart from you. Some of y'all didn't know God was going to depart from you, did you? Somebody probably like, dang, I ain't know that. I didn't know that. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, shall I enter the kingdom of heaven? Can I send you my request? For those who are not doing his will be departed from me. I don't hear your request. Dang, that's kind of scary. Because everything I want is me just simply seeking and knocking and asking. But because if I'm not doing his will, guess what? He will declare he never knew you. Oh, that's a hard slap in the face. That made my stomach turn a little bit. Excuse me. I never knew you. Depart from me. Right? So you got to make a decision, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna make sure y'all got it. You got to make sure you're making your request known. Sometimes you may have to shut the door. Sometimes you have to go into that secret place. But you got to make sure that when you're having that model prayer, you got to make sure you're praying in the right direction. You got to make sure you're praying in the right direction. What am I saying when I say praying in the right direction? You got to make sure that you're praying from within. Because a lot of people are making requests based on what they see and not what they don't see. Your request should only be made based off of what you cannot see. All right. Oh, I love that comment. I hope I get that call. No. See, ask and not. That's all I got to do. Right. And then you can't get upset if your request that hopefully you made properly known is not answered because you think that's what you need. You can make a request and there's another one along the way. You guys have to understand your immediate response to decline request. Come on, B. Your immediate response to decline request cannot be like, dang, I didn't get it. That wasn't for me. I knew I shouldn't have tried it. I knew I shouldn't have went after that. Man, I knew it wasn't going to make sense. No, when a decline request happens and I know I did it through faith, I'm excited because I know there's something better. I know there's something on the way that is greater than what I've been made known because you can only request to your level of awareness. You can only make requests to your level of awareness. But God sees that you deserve more. God sees greater within you, the things that you can't see. So you didn't even realize that your desire is sending out a signal for something greater. So you wanted that 2015, he gave you a 2020 for the same price. How did that happen? You wanted that house that was way out of your budget, and then all of a sudden the market drops it down, and now you can afford the house. You was driving in your car, barely had any gas, and some way somebody randomly just thought about you and said, hey, I forgot I owed you $20. You even forgot about it. When you properly make your request known, guys, listen, why do you worry about life? I'm always going to take care of you. I'm going to remind the resources around you that they need to take care of you indirectly. I'm going to give you access to people and things and resources. They're going to take care of you. They're going to be able to look out for you, and you don't have to worry about those things. You need to eliminate that out your life. But how do you eliminate? You got to get yourself, submerge yourself in your belief. Right? So many people, I said, some people, it's easy to grab your phone and just click on one thing on social media and you get into a rabbit hole for 30 minutes. That's 30 minutes you could have had that's 30 minutes you could have been in your secret place. That's 30 minutes you could have read a book or listened to the audio or read a chapter. We got to stop having a habit of digging into places that don't serve us. We got to stop getting into a habit of digging into places that don't serve us. And the worst part about it, guys, is digging into a place that don't serve you subconsciously. when you can subconsciously on autopilot, on automatic, start diving into things that don't serve you, there's a lot of rewiring and reprogramming that has to take place. If you wake up and the first thing you do is grab your cell phone, you see a notification and you start digging down Instagram, you didn't even say thank you for the breath in your lungs. You didn't even say thank you for eyes and sight. You didn't even say thank you before you dug into social media. You didn't even say thank you before you responded to a text message that shows you, why ye of little faith. Because your habits are not built on the things that will really give you strength. Your habits are built on things that are supposed to take life out of you, that are draining life out of you. And some of it is cool, it's entertaining. But how dare you wake up out of your bed and the first thing you look at is a chart. The first thing you grab is looking at your profits. The first thing you do is forget the reason you're even able to grab your phone. So you got to first ask yourself, who do you serve? Do you serve Sprint? Do you serve Instagram? Because I mean, you on time like clockwork. And I'm speaking from experience. I used to be that person, right? I used to be that person. But I realized I can't have these things listed of what the end of 21 looks like if I don't say thank you first every day. But this is the funny part. We expect him to say yes to us first. Lord have mercy. You don't say nothing to him first, but in return, you're expecting him to make your request first. That sounds like a hypocrite. That sounds like a hypocrite. He should say, it's 2 words. You can't even say, thank you. You can't say, thank you. But you are expecting him to say, this person didn't build a relationship. Listen, builders, listen. Ah, come on, Jesus. See, there's something called rapport. There's something called rapport, ladies and gentlemen. See, when you meet people, you have to have conversation with them. You have to build relationship with them in order to gain their trust. But the good thing about God is you don't have to build rapport. He automatically gives you grace and mercy. But what he can do is still turn you away. Could you imagine getting something automatically, but then your request be declined because you aren't doing things in his will? I'm going to say it again. You automatically get grace and mercy, but understand that your request can be declined. You can be ignored because you're not operating in his will. Rapport means a close, harmonious relationship to understand people's feelings, ideas, and to communicate well. Guess what you got to do? You ain't got to do none of that. You just got to say thank you. Because he knows you. He knows who you are. He knows your feelings. He knows your ideas, your communication by what's dwelling in your heart. You just got to say thank you. But you expect the same level of attention. You expect the same level of attention you did not give immediately. When there's a crisis, when there's a challenge, when things are testing you in your life, when things are testing your faith stamina, when things begin to knock on your door, when things begin to try to rock you and shake you, God, please listen, God, I know, but listen, God, please come through. God, please help me. You just had to say thank you every day. Understand, begging God for, you don't have to beg God for attention. See, people who beg God for attention never gave it to him. Because they only give attention when it's an emergency. They only give attention when it's an urgent matter. They want microwavable attention. They want 30-second blessings. Right? You don't communicate. You don't have model prayer. You worry. I mean, you're doing everything opposite of what I instructed you to do. I mean, imagine that. You buy a table from IKEA and you're doing the complete opposite of what the instructions said. See, it's simple. Follow the 21 days of growth. It's simple. Follow phase 2. If you follow instruction, it's going to lead you to the promise. But so many people want to skip instruction and expect an immediate result. I never knew you is what he's going to tell you. God, please help me. Who, Craig? I never knew you, right? Guys, when you understand the power within you, there's no need to beg for a blessing. There's no need to beg for a blessing, beg to ask for something, typically food or money as a charity or a gift. But he says, why are you worrying about your day-to-day needs in life? So you're begging for something that I already told you that I know that you need. You're begging for something, and I told you not to worry about it. Worrier breaks the deal. Worry affects the deal. I said not to worry, and you simply worrying is causing everything to erupt in your life. You're going against the contract. You're going against the instruction. You brought this upon yourself. Imagine that. Imagine that. Boom. If this year is going to be something that you really, really take serious, guys, you got to know. You got to know things. You got to be aware of things. Because most things that you're bringing upon yourself, he had no hand in. Imagine that. We tell you to do a 10-cent lot size every $100, and you did 50, and you went against instruction. So now your count is blown. Imagine that. We gave you instruction, but you didn't follow instruction, and now you're mad about the consequences. See, there are certain things in place as a preventative measure so that you don't have to face things in life. God put things in place, the word instructions in place as a preventative measure so you don't have to face things in life. But when one goes against instruction, they face things that he had set in place that you would never have to face. Imagine that. Imagine that. Designed to keep something oh my goodness, this is so good. There's certain instructions are in place to prevent things from happening in your life, from preventing you from going through experiences. Preventative means designed to keep something undesirable, such as illness, harm, accidents, from occurring in your life. Preventative means to keep something undesirable, such as an illness, harm, and accidents from occurring in your life. If your thoughts are undesirable, are harmful, are toxic, are sick, are hateful, bitterness, then you're going to face recurring circumstances in your life. When you follow instruction and you have positive dominating thoughts, you're going to reoccur those situations in your life. When you follow instruction, no such thing as karma, Mr. JG. I don't believe in karma. I'm going to tell you why. Because thoughts are things. Well, I guess you could say karma if you want to put it that way. All right, I had to look it up for real. But things you bring about yourself is things that you created. It wasn't you created it. When you stole from somebody, you created that you wanted to be stole on. All right? Everything that you do is a magnet back to you. That's it. Everything that you do is a magnet back to you. If you think negative, negative is coming back. Right? It's that serious. And then when you understand how your body works in a scientific plane, ladies and gentlemen, us being a ball of energy, us being a magnet, be real, guess what? Everything that you think about, ladies and gentlemen, everything that you send out is coming back to you. So what signals are you sending out every single day? It's that simple. But guess what, Moody? They don't want to believe in that. They are aware that I am neutrons and electrons. They are aware that their body can create heat. They are aware of all of these things, but they dare not believe. They dare not accept and wonder why all this crisis is happening in their life, because what they sent out came right back. They're talking about look back at it. No, you need to look back at what's going to come at you. Right? So guys, when you're dealing with things, this is the best part about it. Sometimes there's going to be things sent to you that you did 2 years ago. Angela says it best. Whatever you sent out is not always going to come back in the same form. But if you send good, if you do good, then good is going to come back to you in different variations. Imagine that. If you send love, if you send forgiveness, if you send compassion, if you send kindness, imagine how many different ways those positive, dominating thoughts can come back to you. It could be in your health, your fitness, your mindset, your peace, your family. Right? See, we say heterosuggestion is the things that people say to you around you. What about your faith is so big and so strong that you have hetero blessings, that your faith begins to bless people around you? That would be amazing. So you guys have to be aware, preventative. The word, the books, and the audios are set in place so that you don't have to deal with illness and harm and accidents. No, not all things are going to be within your limit, but you can control your actions and your attitude. You can control your actions and your attitude. All right? Guess what? Attitude is a settled way of thinking and feeling about someone. I could break that whole definition down on a whole nother level. Thinking or feeling about someone. What is your thoughts or things? Okay. You are literally in control of what you're thinking and what you're feeling, ladies and gentlemen. It's reflected in your behavior. You can control your attitude and your actions. Okay. I had it on my whiteboard at the beginning of the year. Attitude and actions. I just got to work. After all that business cycle took place, I said, you know what? I can't focus on it. I can only focus on my attitude and action. So I rebooted the chats. That's where it came from. The reboot of the chats came from me writing up here, attitude and action. New chat, new energy, better dominating thoughts. Keeping my thoughts up here. I can't allow my thoughts to become downgraded because of people's faith didn't levitate. Okay? You got to catch that. You cannot allow your thoughts to take a downgrade because people's faith ain't levitating. You got to stay up here and they'll catch up one day, right? I can't accommodate your lack of faith. I cannot come down here. You got to meet me where I am. And then maybe I can see you. See, a lot of times and a lot of things, God is so good. A lot of things I don't even see, y'all. A lot of things are brought to me because God is protecting me. A lot of people will call me and tell me things I had no idea about. Why? Because I will supply all your needs, be real. So if you maintain a high level of faith and relationship and communication, and you wake up and say, thank you, I'm going to place the right people around you to even protect you from things that you cannot see. Good God Almighty. Wow. Things you had no idea about. But I'm going to send warning because we got a relationship. I'm going to send a heads up because we got a relationship. See, you've been so busy having positive, dominating thoughts. You didn't even know there was a negative word. This is my next post on Instagram. I am so filled with positive dominating thoughts. I am so filled with positive thinking. I don't even know how to have room for negative thoughts. That's my next post. I am so filled with positive thoughts. I don't have room for negative. I don't have any space. So when the world is in a negative plane and when things are going around the world, I don't even know how to see them because I chose to only see the end. The end is always positive. The end is always compassionate and love and kindness and light and love. That's all I see. So God sees that I am on a different plane when he said, well, listen, I got to leverage other people around you to continue to protect you because I don't worry. But let me leverage their worry to let you know what's popping. Let me leverage their worry to let you know what's popping. See, I never would have knew about certain things in the world if somebody who didn't have worry would have came and told me about it. It's crazy. All right. Sometimes God will put people around you who have worry to send you a signal. To send you a heads up. See, that was their only task. You met them 6 months ago. They hit you up out the blue. Hey, I just want to hit you up. I ran into so-and-so at the grocery store and they said something. I just had to let you know. That was their only assignment. And I don't hear from them no more. But the best part about it, times, guys, most of the time it'd be something that I needed to know because I'm so up here on positive dominating thoughts. It allows me to maneuver my game plan in the right direction because I was given some new instruction. That might have went on somebody's head. I was able to maneuver the plan in a better direction because I was given better instruction. Right? You guys got to be aware. Why? Because I don't know what worry is. I don't know what that is. I can't, it's not in my blood, y'all. It's not in my bloodstream. It's not in my spirit stream. It's not nowhere. It's not on the spiritual plane nor a physical plane. That thing ain't taking off and it ain't landing. I don't know about it. We don't have no relationship. We ain't had a fling. I didn't cheat with worry. I didn't cheat with worry. A lot of people having a lot of one-night stands with worry and cheating on their faith. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Let me write that one down. Somebody tells me that. You got to make a decision at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen. This year is powerful. It's phenomenal. But if you're not aware of self, what self is doing, how to work, with the power within. If you're not aware how to work with the power within, you're not going to have the power without. And when I say without, you're not going to have anything on the outside because you've just been working with yourself. You don't have what they say. I can't remember the proper term, but I don't have time to waste. You guys got to go out here and get it. Know what it is that you want. Find your model prayer, speak and wake up and say thank you. I don't have the capacity. It's not capacity. I don't have the audacity, or we don't have the audacity to, I can't remember the word, y'all, but it'll come to me. We it's like, I don't have the audacity not to do these things, but I don't think audacity is the word. But anywho, we go out here, you find your model prayer, you wake up, you say, thank you, guys. And you go to your secret place and you understand that God is the lamp on your feet. You don't worry because how dare you? Is it Liberty? Might be Liberty. How dare you worry about things when he literally said in his word, do not worry. Why would you go against what I said? Because when you begin to worry, guess what y'all are doing? You tell God that he's a liar. Good God Almighty. Have that type of conviction worrying every day. When you dare to worry, you are telling God that he's a liar. Oh, my goodness. Because he said it in his word. That don't worry. Right? Then I went ahead and cooked something because I didn't believe you was going to stop and get me something even though you told me. Keep asking, seeking, and knocking, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, if you're not operating in his will, he gonna go straight to y'all on y'all. You don't know me. You don't know me. When you holler in this, remember, you don't know me. I might just play this after the call. Just keep it moving, pimping you. Listen, you don't know me. That's what he gonna do. God up there with Tip, the instrumental playing. Right? Let's get it, y'all. But I hope y'all caught some value, understand the truth. You understand the dynamic of who you are and how you work, and understand you're capable of getting all things, but you have to have those positive dominating thoughts, because what you're sending out is what you're getting back in, guys. I love y'all. I hope you got some value on tonight. If y'all caught some value, drop some things in the chat box. Drop something in the chat box. All right. And guys, do me a favor in the chats or whatever. Tell me what your biggest takeaway. There's something I said I really want to remember. Something about what you're sending out, coming back in. If somebody got that sentence, I don't know how I worded it, but I want to post that one as well. But our hashtag tonight, guys. What is the hashtag tonight? Y'all give me a hashtag. What's the hashtag tonight? Active faith. Somebody gonna give it. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. What they say? Don't beg, magnet. Now, JG, you going too big. Don't nobody know them big old words. Uh-oh. Lisa owning something. I think I like that one. We'll say don't cheat faith. To keep it simple. Don't cheat faith is a hashtag. Y'all tag it in the group chats, the GW chat, social media. And then for those who got some time, tell me what your biggest takeaway is. I would like to know. But I do need that sentence about whatever you're sending out coming back in, if somebody can send me that. But hashtag tonight is don't cheat faith. Because that's it. Because I'm gonna have to go live on that one this week. All right. But guess what? Guess what? If you study, you're going to build your muscle memory. So when challenges arise, you don't have to cheat. It's not going to even be an instinct in you. But when you're weak in your faith, that's why it's easy to cheat. Because you weren't committed. You didn't marry the idea. You didn't marry the belief. Right? Your faith can't be one night stands as well. That'll be the next caller. Your faith can't be a one night stand as well. Peace and blessings, beautiful people. I will drop the playback. I gotta upload last week playback and this playback. Peace and blessings to y'all. Don't cheat faith. Y'all have an amazing night. Thank y'all for tuning in.